I'm Joshua, and I've been going to the Grove for 10 years. And this is?
I'm Joshua's wife, Emily, and I've been going to the Grove for 7 years. I think growth groups is where you really clearly see the We Think 3 aspect, and I totally got that. So we did our first one together when we were just a dating couple, and we were like by far the youngest couple in that group.
I always liked being like the youngest one because I felt like I would learn more that way.
But it was nice once we were married to join like the young marrieds group, because it was some couples that had been married still for like 7 or 8 years even, and so you still kind of get that aspect of learning from somebody that can pour into you.
I think those groups were kind of some of the first times where I'm hearing, these like, we've been married for like a month or something, and I'm hearing like these guys who have been married for like multiple years, have kids or whatever, and are going through some of their prayer requests or some of the same prayer requests. And it's like this time where you're encouraged because you're like, okay, it's not just me.
And at the end of the night, they would split off husbands and wives, and the wives would pray together and the husbands would pray together. And I kind of feel like that was the first time leaving a growth group where I felt like our relationship was growing from it. It's like that accountability, sort of, and then we go every week and we get to kind of talk about what happened in that week because of those prayers and because of those conversations. And I think that was really cool. This last growth group season, we've been going through like fertility testing, which is like big and scary and uncomfortable. That first week we had to miss because we had a big doctor's appointment, big questions hopefully getting answered. And then it was good news, like a relief, but it was nice to get that news. And then when we get back to growth group and people are like, where have you been? Like, we were really open to sharing, I think, what was going on, because I feel like a Sunday morning, it's harder to share things like that. I think that growth groups really just warrant open conversation and comfortability to share.
I think especially as our church grows, growth groups are important to connect. That's how I know people, is through growth groups, and you get to know a lot more people in a given year. Where do you find the people that you click with? It's got to be in a small group,
Every single time I sign up, and this is just, I don't know why it's like this for me, I get nervous to go. Like the first week I'm just like, I don't want to go. It's social anxiety or whatever it is, or the dread of like interaction. But then it's so comfortable and warm of an environment, you can't help it. You have to like interact. So I just feel like if you can overcome the apprehension of going, you're so blessed by your interactions at growth groups.
It's 9 weeks. Like, if you can carve out those 9 weeks, definitely do it. But just because you have a family thing going on or a work thing going on within that 9 weeks, doesn't mean that you shouldn't sign up for a growth group.
At the very least, you'll meet some new people or recognize some new faces. At the most, you'll be blessed, you'll have friendships, and you'll want to go back, And I think and God will grow you. That's the whole point. So I think if you're willing to give it the chance, I think that there's so much that you can get from it.